We are here with Ann Troxell. Ann is from Bayard. Bayard is a ad agency based in New York, named after the street in Chinatown in New York, I believe, about 85 years ago, something like that. And Ann and I have been talking about, via email and here in person, talking about 2010, which, frighteningly enough, is not that far away. Ann's company, Bayard, represents clients from major hospitals to insurance, Pfizer, Loma Linda, pretty broad range. And so, Ann, tell us a little bit about what you're hearing about 2010 recruitment advertising budgets, what they might look like.
Well, to put it in perspective, Todd, the biggest challenge that we saw in 2009 was that budgets that were approved in late 2008 just went away by Q1 or Q2 of 2009. And organizations have, because their recruiting needs have been so radically reduced, have gotten very comfortable with the fact that they don't need to spend money. What we're seeing, and it's a really frightening trend, is that at the very highest levels of organizations, in the C-suite, there is a lack of understanding of the kind of turnover and the kind of challenges that we anticipate in 2010. So we are certainly seeing that budgets continue to be reduced. Of all of our clients in our Los Angeles office, I certainly haven't heard of anyone that has a larger budget than they did last year. I know of one client that's flat, same budget as they had this year, and several clients are going to try and get by with this or less. And they've been able to do so thus far because there's been a huge shift in the way individuals and organizations are spending their money. Print, as we all know, has been on the margins for several years, and some of our clients who continue to be relatively reliant on print because of the type of candidates they were seeking, they have realized finally and seen we can do so much of this online and we can do so much of it for less money. And that is both a good thing and a bad thing as far as budgets are concerned, because so many people have been unemployed and because the economy has taken such a hit. Organizations have had this built-in candidate flow that we believe, and I think in general you hear this throughout the human resources community, those that know, this is an anomaly. This is not something that we can expect to continue for 2010 or 2011. What we see happening instead is that there's going to be what we call the mass exodus of employees. I attended an event recently and saw some statistics where it said that up to 58% of anyone, this is across the board, current workforce, is already looking to make a change. So where we see the huge disconnect is that although the budgets for 2010 have not been increased, we think that hiring for 2010 is going to be off the charts. And this doesn't mean necessarily even creation of new positions. This is going to be replacement of talent that is walking out the door.
So for the focusing on what people are doing, knowing that it sounds like some people are not doing a lot new, you were saying that a lot of employers are focusing on things like Facebook fan pages as one example, search engine optimization. Is that right?
Absolutely. And I'll give you a good example. For the last several years, there has been the ability or the capability for any organization to create a Facebook page. And a great example of that, of course, is Ernst & Young, which I think is kind of held up as the gold standard.
Yeah.
Many organizations, and including one of our clients in the Los Angeles office, Farmers, were interested in doing this, saw the value of having a Facebook page, of creating fans, of getting that organic buzz going in the marketplace, but we're very fearful of it because all of a sudden with a Facebook page, you cannot control your message completely. So there's been a little bit of a learning and education curve on the part of ourselves and other organizations like us to let clients know that you have to put it out there. You have to be willing to just let it be online and see what's going to happen and let the conversation evolve. What's great that's come out of that is Farmers actually in the last 2 weeks has just launched 4 different Facebook pages addressing various aspects of their organization. We're actually helping them handle the content management, which means We've created a series of wall posts, of polls that we're pushing out at regular intervals, and we're creating a fan base, and all of a sudden they have a really exciting, vibrant new way to reach their clients. And the good news in what we're seeing is this is no longer something that is on the fringes or that is leading edge. Companies who are very, very mainstream, like a Farmers, and who are very conservative, like a Loma Linda University, have said this is something we want to do. This is a new area in which we want to engage. So we think that Facebook has stopped being one of those on the front, edge of recruiting type of things, and all of a sudden this is not even a best practice. It's just something you better be doing. And any organization that's intelligent will be looking at creating a Facebook page and using that to engage potential candidates going forward.
If people want to check out those farmers sites, is there an easy way to search for them? Would you go to Facebook and search for farmers?
You would go to Facebook and search for farmers. There's Farmers Claims Careers, there's Farmers Corporate Careers, Farmers Help Point Kansas City, and Farmers Help Point Oklahoma City. And those have all been specifically built to address the recruiting function. So there's very much of a recruiting focus there. There's video posted, lots of interviews with individual employees, some photographs from some of their current events. They're very dynamic.
Got it. Thank you. Really appreciate it. And good luck for 2010.